My name is Anil Pal and I'm working as a senior software engineer at Hair Technologies. And basically, I'm starting a series with some of the important topics related to programming. And generally, we daily use them in our daily software development tasks. And we sometimes find difficulties in understanding them, and sometimes we require some more knowledge about that. So, that I'm trying to do. So basically today I am covering the serialization and yeah, so basically I will be using Java for explaining this concept, but the I think the concept is similar in every language, but they might have their own syntax and way of implementing it. Yeah. So why we require serialization? So this serialization require wherever we are using a client server type application. Like we have a client where we are creating a state of object and we want to save this object to some other machine where so what happens we have to travel this object, we have to transfer this object from one machine to another machine, and again on the another machine we will have to save this object in this. So yeah, so basically we require some transformation so that we can transfer this object or we can save this object. So that is the serialization. So what serialization does, basically it converts our object in the form of bits, and yeah, and that bits we save this in the form of binary in text file, or we transfer them binary into the stream in our networks. And yeah, and basically this is a standard format. Whenever we want to read this from this binary, we can do this, and we can again get back our object which we have written. Yeah. So let's take me one example. So basically I have created an object employee without serialization. So basically it is a syntax of Java for creating a class, and we can create different states of this class using object. And we have some fields in this class, like one is name, basically which is name, and there is employee ID, there is salary. Yeah. In Java, basically we have a interface serializable. What basically the serialization interface is required whenever we want any object to be serializable, we will have to implement it. But currently, I'm not implementing it here so that we can get what type of error we will get if we are not serializing it. So yeah, so basically I have created this object and I'm trying to write in this into a text file, and so let's run this and see what we get. So yeah, so I'm using IntelliJ for execution purpose. Yeah, so basically we get Java IO not serializable. So basically our this object is not serializable. So we cannot write this object into the text file in the form of binary. And yeah, so basically I have written another version of this class which is serializable. So let me open this. So yeah, so here we have implemented the serializable interface. And if you go to the serializer class of serializer interface of Java, so basically here you will see a description about this, like why we require. So basically it's a markup interface. So it doesn't add any functionality to we have to implement. Like basically we just mark this object as a serializable, and we don't have to implement any method into this. So yeah, one thing which we can do, we can give a new serialization version ID. So that will be unique for this object, and that will be unique for this class. And yeah. And yeah, one more important thing. So basically serialization is recursive in nature. So whenever we have some inner objects, they should also be serializable. Otherwise we will get error. So let's go into the serial salary class. So our salary class also implements serializable interface. If we are not going to implement this, we again get a error like this salary class is not serializable, and this is the same for address as well. So whenever we have to implement any, we will have to serialize any class. We have to think for the child class as well. They should also be serializable. Otherwise, it will not work. One another important concept is like transient. So yeah. So basically, whenever we found some situation in our daily work, like we have some fields that are not required to be serializable. Like basically we can derive them or basically we can calculate them using some other fields. So in this example we have display salary. So basically what it does, so basically it's a salary in more readable form you can say, and we can derive this display salary using amount and currency. So yeah, and if we are using some transient fields, then we will have to basically override our method of write object and read object. So yeah, so basically there is a default implementation of write object and there is a default implementation of read object, which basically reads all the fields except transient, and they populate them. Yeah, and the read we have written a logic for handling of transient object. So what I have done, so basically I have created a display salary by combining my currency and amount. So yeah, so this is one more concept regarding transient, and yeah, and we can now if we will execute, so we can see what I am doing. First, I am creating a address object. We are writing it into the text file, and then again I am reading from the text file and getting back my object. So this is this is the all regarding serialization. I will be covering more topics in the next videos. Thanks, everyone.